I want to give you an example of how to plug in exponential notation into our calculators. Now, you may have a different calculator than I do, but every scientific calculator is going to have this exponential function. And so in this calculator, it looks like this double E right here. Now, you notice that it's in the color blue. And so that means in order to get there, we'll have to use the second function. So second, and then this x to the minus 1 means that we're going to go into that blue function. And so that's the one that we want. Now in the example we have here in lecture, we're going to plug in 3.00, and we want to plug in times 10 raised to the positive 8. And so the easiest way to do that is to say, okay, let's go second double E, and you see that E comes out in our screen. And so that E represents times 10 raised to the, and then we have to plug in our exponent. And so I'll plug in the number 8, and so that's our numerator, 3.00 times 10 raised to the positive 8. Now, we're going to divide. So let's divide by the denominator, 5.00 times 10 raised to the negative 7. And so as you can imagine, we'll go 5.00 second E times 10 raised to the, now for negative 7, you have to plug in the negative sign, not the minus sign. Two different functions. So negative, and you'll see a negative sign there, 7. And our answer is 6 times 10 to the positive 14. Now, we're going to answer to 3 significant figures because our problem has 3 significant figures. And so the answer should be 6.00 times 10 to the positive 14. Now, it doesn't have it here because the calculator is not that smart, so the answer should be 6.00 10 to the positive 14, even though it just gives me a 6. Now, you can change between scientific notation and standard notation. So in this calculator, you see that above this DRG sign button, you've got the psi and the engineering functions. And so if we press second psi, you'll see there's 3 things to choose from. So this is kind of your standard notation. This is the scientific notation. And so you can choose between the two. So for example, let me give you one more example. Let's just say, 3.2 times 10 raised to the negative 5 divided by 2.5 times 10 to the negative 7. And I get an answer. Notice how the answer here is in standard notation, 128. And I can always change that to the scientific mode. And you see that the 128 has switched over to 1.28 times 10 raised to the positive 2.